I truly, I truly did not want to record today, and I'm challenging myself to face my discomfort of being on camera.
Wow.
Now let me explain. If you've seen my videos, you've seen my streams, you're probably like, huh? Well, what do you mean you're not comfortable really being on video? Well, my real comfort zone is being in the background and, doing editing. Even when I used to play piano a lot more, my ideal gig would be something like just playing in a lounge or something as background music, not really drawing too much attention to myself. And I actually wanted to just make this video today about some of the things that get in my way or excuses that I use to not really conjure myself forth, I'm not sure how else to put it, to really summon up the courage to speak and share and have myself exist beyond the confines of these four walls. I think this might help people. Maybe you're facing some of the things that I've used as excuses. Maybe you're not. I don't know, but that's what this video is for. And I'm also considering doing a challenge where I get up every day and I record a video, whatever I can provide some value with for like 30 days in a row, just to break through this. And there's a lot of reasons to do it. The biggest thing is I'm here to build a community, and that's one of the magical things about being a content creator in this day and age, is the ability to coalesce this cohesive community from individuals that are all across the world that share enough commonality that when we combine, we're actually a lot more powerful than if we're just leading our own hyper individualistic lives, right? When we're connected, we become super powerful, especially when what we're doing in our individual lives is also in integrity and also has a firm foundation. Then when we combine, it's really amazing. So in order to accomplish that goal, there are some things for me to break through, okay? So the first thing that I want to talk about, which is one of the common excuses or maybe a legitimate fear in terms of preventing myself and others from wanting to come forward and speak, is the fear of looking stupid. Maybe I'll say something stupid. Maybe I have like a hair sticking up. I mean, it could be anything. But just looking stupid in general, or looking bad, is an enormous fear that human beings have. Certainly once we're past the stage of adolescence and we're very aware of what other people think of us, and it's just a subconscious kind of stressor that's there. To overcome the fear of looking stupid, I think becoming present to what you're out to achieve in your life and what really inspires you and drives you is going to be more powerful than that fear of just looking stupid. And you'll be able to have the courage. I'll be able to have the courage if I'm connected to that. So another thing that I use as a reason not to get up and record is just my love of peace and solitude and quiet.
This silence is the foundation from where everything rises and falls back.
There's really nothing better to me than silence. Music doesn't even come close. I prefer silence, which is strange since I trained to be a musician and I was in that world for many years. And I think that there's nothing intrinsically wrong about wanting peace and silence and solitude. However, it depends on the path one's chosen. And for me, I have consciously chosen this path of being in the world and being involved and taking life head on, not running away from the world in order to find some kind of illusory goal of peace, but how to express the feeling of peace and joy within the kind of rub of life. So that's what overcomes that one for me. Here's another huge one, and I think that a lot of people don't talk about this or are somewhat disingenuous about this, so I want to be straight up. Another thing that holds me back from really investing my time and energy into filming more is the lack of compensation. you hear so many content creators, they'll go on and on about like, oh, I just love to do this. This is my biggest passion. Like, I'll do it for y'all. And, you know, it's all true. It's 100% true. And at the same time, it can be a draining feeling whenever you're a small content creator and you're really getting next to no compensation. Like, I don't know if y'all have some illusions about once you become monetized as a YouTube channel, you're gonna start just like raking in huge revenue. That's only if you are getting a massive amount of views. And I'm talking like 100K plus views on your videos is when it's gonna start being, I mean, it depends where you live and what the cost of living is, but if you live in a first world country, yeah, it's really not much. And you know, as I've gotten older, it's actually been more of a factor for me. Because I feel like for, I guess it's exaggerative to say the last 2 decades, but certainly for the last 15 years.
I've been doing this for years, man.
My focus has always been on creativity and producing things that are artistic, music primarily. And then I was really on a poetry excursion for many years. That's still something I love. Music is still something I love. I've done a little bit of visual art, like in terms of photo manipulation, like digital stuff. No, not really much drawing. And now my main obsession is videography, drone videography, and you know, just learning, being on that mission. And I was uncomfortable with the idea of really being financially compensated. A lot of times I felt I had more to learn and I kept kicking the can down the road. And I've reached a point now where it's almost an opposite extreme. It's like, if I can't see the compensation aspect financially, I sometimes let it diminish my drive to do something that I'm truly passionate about because I just can't see the connection, right? So coming to some sort of balance where you do what you love and you actually continue acting and continue improving and know that the compensation will come, especially knowing your worth and being confident and charging what you're worth, you know, it'll all work out. So that's compensation. Let's move past the money for now. And let's go into this concept of fear of one's own greatness. Now, from the exterior, this could seem like some, what could you say, far-fetched concept or some pretentious academic ideal or new wave concept. However, fear of one's own greatness is an extremely strong driver of people away from some of the things that they're really meant to contribute to humanity. Because let's face it, it's really easier to lay on the couch and watch TV than it is to be engaged in a delayed gratification activity in which you're providing a contribution to enrich lives around you, your own life and humanity, and leave a legacy. That's something that's more long-term, and it's just delayed gratification, right? And beyond that, just being easy, it is actually terrifying if you face up to what you could achieve. That's one of the reasons why we put celebrity figures and social media influencers on this pedestal. Like, oh wow, Mr. Beast, I could never do the stuff that he does. Like, he's just untouchable in this other realm. Like, and we do that to make ourselves, give ourselves an out to really living up to our full potential, because it's like, well, he must just be special. She must just be special. I could never achieve those things. I'm a different kind of human, right? When in reality, we all have the potential to fully actualize ourselves and be in action, producing insane things in the world that we don't actually believe are possible, but they are. Great. Next, what about the feeling that no one really needs what I have to say, right? Why do I need to speak up? Is what I'm gonna say really gonna make a difference in all the billions of voices that are out there? Is it possible? Should I just save my energy, keep my mouth shut, stay out of trouble, not stir the pot? What about the feeling that everything's already been said that needs to be said? Nah, I don't need to speak up. Someone's gonna say what I have to say for me. Then, what about my discomfort with being human? My own imperfections, my flaws, parts of myself that are, I don't know, I dislike. I try not to show to others. Yeah. And then we have Impostor Syndrome, which could be its own video. Any of these probably could be their own videos if I actually understood them well or delved into them. To be clear, this video is extremely off the cuff and I really have minimal notes. I just jotted down a few things that are, I think, excuses. And great, of course my light dies in the middle of it. Fantastic. That's how I've not been talking too long as well. Anyway, Impostor Syndrome could be its own video, but basically, that's another, I won't even say excuse. It's just a phenomenon that might stop you from wanting to engage in something that you feel called to, but it's like, I'm not really qualified. Like, who am I to come and speak on this topic? I need to study more. I need to know more before I can speak up. So, these are a lot of excuses that I've either used in the past or used now or in my head, in my way from actually coming forward and sharing what there is for me to share with people. And yeah, I think that's about it. I hope this video provided you with something that you can take away for yourself, and I don't know what else to say. Leave a comment below if you can relate to any of the things that I shared, or if you have other reasons and considerations why you don't want to be on video in your content. And I think that's about it. I'll see you later.